Hello, welcome back to Samis Network. In today's video, we are going to learn how we can fill in the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board application form for a student loan. Yes, if you check this form for this particular year, you've experienced some changes on the form, more especially if you are doing this for the second or third time. But if it's the first time you are filling in this form, then you learn the changes that have been made to this form and to see what you need to do, because you have seen there's where to put details about your NAPSA identification number, and there's also where you have to put your TPIN number. So all this will be explained in this video, so just make sure that you watch this video until the end. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos that I post in the future. Before we begin, let's take a very short break. Welcome back. So this is the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board application form for a student loan. So the information that you need to fill in this form, first information that you have to fill in or to consider is your passport size photo, which should be put on your top right of the form. This passport size photo, it should be colored and it should be attached along with the form as you submit it, and you put it on the top right of this form on the first page. So there are some instructions that you have to follow before you begin filling in this form. As you know, you've been doing a lot of exams. You did your grade 7 exams, there were instructions. You did your grade 9 exams, there were instructions. And you also made it, and you passed grade 12 because you followed the instructions. So now, even as you are filling this form, there are some instructions that you need to follow so that you succeed in this process. So the instructions that are being provided here, I'll read the instruction. Is saying this application form should be completed and submitted together with the acceptance letter from the university and other relevant documents as listed on page 3, and it should be addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board, which is the box number which is here in Woodlands, Lusaka, or at the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board office, and also C4 Copperbelt University, CBU, Riverside Campus, Jambo Drive, Kitwe. So these are the areas where you need to take this form after you fill in. Then they are saying there's a note here. It says photocopies of this application form will not be accepted. So this means that you should submit an original form, not a copied one. Meaning as you fill in using the pen, it makes this it makes this application form to be original if it's filled in with the original pen ink. So you have to submit it the way it is. Then the part 1 of the application is about your details as an applicant. So these details should be filled in block letters or in capital letters. So you start with your surname, that's your father's name. Then after that, at part B, you put your first name. So these names that you put here must be the same as on your NRC and on your certificate, and also on your statement of results if you are submitting using the transcript. So at another part, this is where you put other names, which is part E. Other names, if you have other names on your NRC and on your results, if it's an initial C or B or A, you can put it here if it is on your NRC. If it's not there, you don't have to put it. Then the second part is where you put the date of birth, starting with the day, month, and year. So the day, if it's 6th June, you write 06, 06. Then you put the year when you were born, 1999, 2000, you put that year, 201, something like that. Then the third part is your gender. That's male or female. If it's male, you put male. If it's female, you put female. Then part 4 is the disability. The disability is if you have any disability, then you indicate here, but make sure that you really have that disability, because you need to attach a form which is at part 4B. You have to attach a copy of Zambia Agency for Persons with Disability ZAPD certificate. You have to attach it here. So if you are not disabled, don't attempt to put yes here, just put no. Then part 5 is the ZRI tipping. Of course, it's a loan, so you expect a ZRI tipping. They need this ZRI tipping because you're getting a loan, and ZRI should know when you start like paying back that loan, they will be using this tipping to track the money or the payments that will be going into your bank account. They will be using this tipping to track that money and to see that you have started earning. So they'll use this tipping to track your payments that will be going into your bank account. Then as you are paying back that loan, that process will be used. Then they also need your NAPSA social security number. This NAPSA social security number, if you are not registered, you can go to NAPSA at any NAPSA office and open a NAPSA account, and you'll be given a social security number that you need to write here. This is also important since it has to do with a loan. So they will need this NAPSA social security number. Then national registration card number, NRC details. You put your national registration card number here on part 7A. Then on part 7B, that's where you put your village, chief, district, province, country of birth, nationality, as indicated on your national registration card, NRC. So these details must be the same. This is all about the first page. This is the information that you have to put on the first page of the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board application form. So we'll proceed now to on page 2, which is part 8, you continue putting your personal information or personal details. That's the residential address. So here you put on the residential address where you stay. Make sure that you put the correct house number and the street where you're coming from. And also you put part 8B, the district and the province where you are coming from. That information should be matching with other documents that you may attach along with this application form. Then part 9D, you put your postal address if you have a postal address. Then part 9A is about your mobile number. Make sure you put a number that is reachable or up to date. 9B is about the email. This is very important. Your phone number and the email are very important because this is the information or details that they will use to contact you should you be accepted. Then part 3 is about your secondary school information. This is the name of the last school attended. They are talking about the school where you wrote your grade 12. You put the name of that school. Then part 10B is the district where that school is, and part 10 part 10C is the province where that particular school is. Then 10D, you write in which year did you complete your grade 12. You write the year when you completed your grade 12. Then part 10C is indicate your examination number. This is where you put your correct examination number. Then we proceed to part 3, previous admissions and higher education loans and scholarship board award. So this is very important. Have you applied for higher education loans and scholarship board sponsorship at another higher education institution? If you have done this before, then you select yes. That is if you have applied. Of course, there are some people who are doing this for the second, for the third, for the fourth time. So you have to indicate if you have done this before. If yes, were you awarded a student loan? So this is automatically no, because if you click yes here, if you write yes, it means you do not qualify for a student loan because you have already been awarded a one. So you just click no, you choose no. Then have you been awarded a scholarship by higher education loans to study abroad before this application? Here you also have to say yes or no. So it is important to just say no. So part 4, program of study information. So this is now part 11A, which is the name of higher education institution. This is where you write the name of the school where you are applying to. If it's Mulungushi University, you write Mulungushi University. If it's the University of Zambia, you write the University of Zambia. If it's the Copperbelt University, you put the Copperbelt University. If it's Kapasamakasa, you put Kapasamakasa. All the higher education institutions, you can put them here. Student identity number. This is where you put your student identity number. Then program of study, you put the program that you're going to study. If it's bachelor's of electrical and electronic engineering, if it's bachelor of medicine, you put that. If it's a bachelor of education in sciences or mathematics, you put that. Then school, this is where you put the school that you'll be applying for. If it's that you've been accepted to. If it's the school of education, put school of education. School of engineering, put school of engineering, depending on where you've been accepted. Then current year of study. Then you put the current year of study. If it's year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, 5, 6, 7. So if it's the first time you write year 1, duration of the program, you choose the duration of the course that you have accepted. If it's 5 years, if it's 6 years, if it's 7 years, if it's 4 years, you indicate here. Then the last part, which is part 5, is about the student loan information. So here, which is number 12, you indicate the loan category you wish to be considered for. So you have to tick where applicable. So if you want 25%, you choose 25. If you want 50, you tick the second box. If you want 75, you tick the third box. And if you want 100%, you tick the last box. So the interest rate is at 15%. That's the interest rate that will be used to pay back that loan that you are going to be given. So this is all about the page 2 of filling. Page 3 starts with the note from the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board. It states that the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board reserves the right to determine and give the actual category of the loan sponsorship. So this means that the institution can determine the level or the percentage of sponsorship or the loan that they can give you, depending on the information that you put in, and also depending on the level of vulnerability. So you have to attach the following documents in support of your application. The first document that you have to put is the signed application letter. This is the application letter that you write with your own hands asking for a student loan. So I have posted a video in the previous videos on this channel on how you can write this application letter. If you haven't watched that video, you can find time to watch how you can write the application letter for a student loan. I'll put the link on the description of this video. Then you have to also attach the copy of admission letter from the university that you've been accepted to. Then you also have to attach a copy of school certificate. If you don't have a school certificate, a statement of results, you can use the certified statement of results. Then you also have to attach a copy of Zambia Person Living with Disability ZAPD certificate. That is if you are disabled, if you have any disability. Then you also have to attach copy of tipping certificate. Then you also have to attach proof of social security registration with NAPSA. So these two are new on this particular application session. The previous application session, we didn't have the tipping and also NAPSA. So this is new. Make sure that you attach these two documents. Then you also have to attach the copy of NRC and also copy of parents or guardians NRC. Then you also have to attach proof of payment of application fee. This is the receipt that you are given from the bank when you buy the form, you'll be given a receipt. Then that receipt, you attach it along with the application form. That's proof that you have paid for that application form. Then also you have to attach the color passport size photo on the first page, as I explained in the beginning of this video. Then part 6 is about details of your parent and guardian, which are on the NRC of that parent or guardian. So the surname of your parent or your guardian, that's 13A. 13B is about the first name. Then 13C is other names which are on the NRC. 13D is the gender of that particular guardian or parent. Then 13C is the NRC of that particular guardian or parent. Then nationality of that particular guardian or parent. Then 13G is the relationship to applicant. That's the relationship to you, the applicant. If it's the father, your mother, your brother, your aunt, your grandmother, you attach that. Occupation of the parent and guardian, where they work, self-employed, businessman, businesswoman, or currently working somewhere. You write the occupation. Then position or rank, then name of employer of that particular guardian. So you have to be very careful as you are entering this information, because this will also determine your level of vulnerability. Don't forget that you're writing this application letter because you are vulnerable, so you need assistance. So meaning the information that you put in should show that you really need help. Then residential address of the parent or guardian. Then 14A is about residential address. Then 14B is the district of that parent and guardian. Then province, postal address, mobile number, and email. This information should be very correct because they will be needed as they process the application. The last page is the last part of your application, of this application form. This is where you do your declaration on the information that you have indicated or you have written in this form. This is part 7. So it starts with I Then you put the name, your name as an applicant. You put your name here. You put your name here. Understand that this is a student loan, and that I will abide by the agreement governing the receipt of the loan. Then B, a loan that I have to pay back at 15% interest amortized per annum over an agreed period. Then C, I further agree that the loan shall include an insurance premium as determined by the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board. Then I shall repay the loan, and I undertake to abide by the agreement if I am awarded the student loan, in order to ensure a continuity of the student loan, same for the benefit of others. Then, to the best of my knowledge, the information I have given in this is the absolute truth. I also understand that any false information on this form will lead to immediate disqualification or forfeiture of the loan if awarded, and possible prosecution or both. Then here you sign here your signature of applicant, you put your signature here. Then on the right side you put the date when you have filled in this application form. Then the last part is for official use. This is where the chief executive officer will sign here and put the date, and also indicate whether you've been accepted to be given a loan or not approved. So this, you don't temper to put anything on the last part. So this is all about what you have to do when filling in this form for the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any video that I post. Thank you very much.